Hi students, this is the second video of chapter number 2, Life Processes in Living Organisms, part 1. Next one is, can you tell which type of cellular respiration performs complete oxidation of glucose? So we are already studied in the last video the type of cellular respiration that performs complete aerobic oxidation of glucose in glycolysis. Second one, which cell organelle is necessary for complete oxidation of glucose? So mitochondria is necessary for complete oxidation of glucose. Next topic is energy from different food components. Excess of carbohydrates are stored in liver and muscles in the form of glycogen. What is the source of proteins? What are they made up of? So proteins are the macromolecules formed by bonding together many amino acids. So proteins are the macromolecules. Macro means very large molecules formed by bonding together many amino acids. Proteins of animal origin are called as a first class proteins. We get 4 kilocalorie of energy per gram of proteins. Amino acids are obtained from digestions of proteins. So amino acids obtained after the digestion of proteins. Those amino acids are absorbed in the body and transported up to each organ and cell via blood. From these amino acids, organs and cells produce various proteins necessary for themselves and the whole body. Those examples are given in the following diagram. So in this diagram they are given the proteins and different amino acids obtained and the working of the amino acids. So amino acid, skin, melanin and keratin. The color of skin is depend on the amino acid. Next one is bones, ossin. Ossin means the collagen of a bones. Next one is cells, various proteins of cell membrane, various enzymes. Pancreas it is related to digestive system, insulin and trypsin. Pituitary gland, various hormones. Muscles, actin and myosin flexible proteins. Actin and myosin are the protein which forms together with actin with myosin and myosin with actin, the contractile filaments of the muscle cells. Next one is blood, hemoglobin and antibodies. So these all are the working of the amino acids. Always remember, excess of amino acids obtained from proteins are not stored in the body. So the excess of amino acid, it is not stored in the body. They are broken down and the ammonia form is eliminated out of the body. They are broken down and form the ammonia and it is eliminated through the excretory system of the body. If necessary, excess of proteins are converted into other useful substances like glucose through the process of gluconeogenesis. Plant produce the necessary amino acid from minerals de novo and thereby produce different proteins. An enzyme Rubisco present in the plant chloroplast is the most abundant protein found in nature. The full form of Rubisco is ribulose biphosphate carboxylase oxygenase. So this is the full form of Rubisco and it is present in the plant chloroplast is most abundant protein found in nature. Next one is, can you recall from where do we obtain the lipids? So the lipids are the molecule that can be obtained from plants and animals using non-polar solvents such as ether, chloroform and acetone. The substance formed by specific chemical bond between the fatty acids and alcohol are called as lipids. So the substance formed by specific chemical bond between fatty acids and alcohol are called as lipids. Digestions of lipids consumed by us is nothing but their conversion into fatty acids and alcohol. Fatty acids are absorbed up and distributed everywhere within the body. From those fatty acids, different cells produce various substances necessary to themselves. Example, the molecules called as phospholipids which are essential for producing plasma membrane are formed from the fatty acid. So the molecules called phospholipids, which are essential for producing plasma membrane. Plasma membrane is a microscopic membrane of lipids and proteins which forms the external boundary of the cytoplasm of a cell. Beside fatty acids are used for producing hormones like progesterone, estrogen, testosterone, aldosterone, etc. and the covering around the axons of nerve cell. We get 9 kilocalorie of energy per gram of lipids, and we get 9 kilocalorie of energy per gram of lipids. Excess of lipids are stored in adipose connective tissues in the body. Next one is think. Many times you cannot eat hot food due to inflammation or ulceration in mouth. So when we are affected from inflammation or ulceration, our mouth is not in the condition to chew anything hot as it is, produce irritation in our mouth. So that's why many times you cannot eat hot food due to inflammation or ulceration in mouth. Some persons experience difficulty in night vision since their childhood or adolescence. So this is called as a night blindness. So this deficiency is called as a night blindness. The main reason of night blindness is due to the deficiency of vitamin A. A night blindness does not mean that we will not be able to see at night, but we face difficulty during night as our eyes stop responding to lights. Vitamins are a group of heterogeneous compounds of which each is essential for proper operation of various processes in the body. So vitamins is a group of heterogeneous compounds and it is essential for proper operation of various processes in the body. There are main 6 type of vitamins: vitamin A, vitamin B, vitamin C, vitamin D, vitamin A and vitamin K. Out of these, A, D, E and K are fat soluble, whereas B and C are water soluble. We have seen that FADH2 and NADH2 are produced in the process like glycolysis and Krebs cycle. Vitamins like riboflavin, vitamin B2 and nicotinamide, vitamin B5 respectively are necessary for their production. Next one is use your brain power. Many times we experience dryness in mouth. Dry mouth refers to a condition in which salivary glands in your mouth don't make enough saliva to keep your mouth wet. Dry mouth is often due to the side effect of the certain medication or against issues or as a result of radiation therapy of cancer. Second one, oral rehydration solution, salt, sugar, water is frequently given to persons experiencing loose motion. The oral rehydration is a solution of salt and sugar in water. It replaces lost fluids and essential salts that are lost because of the loose motion. That's why oral rehydration solution are frequently given to person experiencing loose motions. Third one, we sweat during summer and heavy exercise. During summer there is a lot of heat. This heat is transformed in our body and because of this sweat is released by our body. Similarly, when we do heavy exercise, our body goes through many rigorous movements. These brisk movements not only make us fit but also produce heat inside our body. That's why we sweat during summer and heavy exercise. There is about 65 to 70% water in our body. Each cell contains 70% of water weight by weight. Blood plasma also contains 90% of water. Functioning of cells and thereby whole body disturbs even if there is a little loss of water from the body. Hence, water is an essential nutrient. So, water is an important and essential nutrient for our body. Along with all above mentioned nutrients, fibers are also essential nutrients. In fact, we cannot digest fibers. However, they help in the digestion of other substances and egestion of the undigested substances. Egestion means the act or process of discharging undigested or waste material from a cell. We obtain the fibers from leafy vegetables, fruits, cereals, etc. Next and very important topic, cell division and essential life process. Before starting this topic, can you tell, first one, what happens to the cells of injured tissues? The answer is cell damage and tissues repair. Toxic damage to the cell can cause individual cell death, and if sufficient cells are lost, the result can be tissue or organ failure, ultimately leading to the death of the organism. Whether new cells are formed during the healing of a wound? Yes, the new cells are formed during healing of a wound. Due to the cell division, wound get healed. Third one, do the plants get injured when do we pluck the flowers? How are those wounds healed? Yes, plants are injured when we pluck the flowers. The cell at this point of injury may die, but they are sealed quickly within minutes by the cells below. The whole plant become aware through auxin, that is the hormone present in the plant, transformation all around the plant via the water flow from roots to leaves. Fourth one is, how does the growth of any living organism occur? Does the number of cells in their body increase? If yes, how? So the growth of any living organism occurs by mitosis cell division. In mitosis cell division, the number of the cell increases as every cell in mitosis cell division divides into two cells. In this way, the number of the cell in their body increases and this causes their growth. Fifth one question is, how the new individual of species is formed from existing one of the same species. So the new individuals of a species is formed through the reproduction. Cell division is one of the very important properties of a cells and living organism. So cell division is very important properties of the cells and living organism. Due to this property, only a new organism is formed from existing one. A multicellular organism grows up and emaciated body can be restored. There are two types of cell division as mitosis and meiosis. So there are two types of cell division, mitosis and meiosis. Mitosis means the division of a cell of the body that result into two cells, each with the same number of chromosomes as the original cell. And the meaning of meiosis is the division of a cell in two stages that results into four cells, each with half the number of chromosomes. So that is the main difference between the mitosis and meiosis. Mitosis occurs in somatic cell and stem cells of the body, whereas meiosis occurs in the germ cell. Before study of the cell division, we should know the structural organization of a cell that we have studied earlier. Each cell has a nucleus. Besides, other cells organelles are also present. Let us study the cell division with the help of this information. So this is the second video of chapter number 2, life processes in living organism. So in this second video, we are studied about the energy from different food components, then proteins and different amino acids obtained, then we are studied about the cell division and essential life process. Thank you.